Welcome back to the MMA Explorers. Today, let's get started with Roger Jackson gets arrested. Roger Jackson, the 25-year-old son of UFC icon Quinton Rampage Jackson, was arrested Thursday in Los Angeles following a brutal assault at a Knox Pro Wrestling event last month. Jackson was booked on a felony charge and is currently being held on a $50,000 bond. Before we continue, make sure to leave a like on this video to support the channel. Let's aim for 10 likes. The arrest stems from a disturbing incident where Jackson attacked wrestler Psycho Stu, slamming him to the mat before landing nearly 24 unanswered punches as Stu lay unconscious. The beating lasted over 10 seconds before other wrestlers intervened. Stu was hospitalized for several days with multiple injuries, including a fractured maxilla bone, but has since been released and is recovering at home. Rampage Jackson has since addressed the situation, saying his son needs to face consequences.
Fuck all that. Roger, I think that he should do a little time, do a little community service, and go to anger management class, see some therapy.
But you know that goes like some people said it was attempted murder and things like that. That's not a little time.
It wasn't attempted murder because he wasn't trying to kill that guy.
How do you know?
Because that's my son. I know my son. Roger wasn't trying to kill nobody. He wasn't trying to kill that. He wasn't trying to kill that guy. Roger probably didn't even know how bad he hurt that guy. He wasn't trying to kill that guy. The problem is everything got blown out of proportion, and people thought that Roger snuck into the fucking ring and did that. That's what the problem is. Like at this point, Roger was in the act as a pro wrestler, but he ain't no fucking pro wrestler. The promoters had no reason putting my son in that fucking ring. But it was no attempted fucking murder.
Mario Bautista says win over Umar Nurmagomedov secures title shot. Mario Bautista is set to face Umar Nurmagomedov at UFC 321 on October 25th, and he believes the fight could be his ticket to a bantamweight title shot. Speaking to MMA Junkie, Bautista explained that a victory would cement his case. I think it has to. If you look at it, it's going to be 9 straight wins. Getting this win, then my last 3 performances would be Aldo, Patchy, Umar. 9-fight win streak. I don't know what else you could possibly do. I think Merab had a 9-fight win streak and really had to fight for that title shot. Hopefully he sees that and gives me the same kind of grace, and we'll figure something out. Your next fight is always going to be your toughest fight. You have to have that kind of mindset because it doesn't get easier. I fought some good grapplers like Ricky Simon, but this is just a more high-profile one. Arman Tsarukyan says UFC planning Dan Hooker bout for UFC Qatar. Arman Tsarukyan has revealed that the UFC is targeting a matchup between him and Dan Hooker for UFC Qatar this November. Speaking with Sport24, Tsarukyan said the promotion has informed him of the plan, though nothing has been finalized.
Как будто бы, знаешь, уже практически объявляют ваш бой, но по сути, да, нет ни контракта.
Ну, я сказал приблизительно, что я в Катаре буду драться, потому что UFC сказал. Хукер начал говорить, что он хочет со мной подраться, и потом какое-то издание выпустило инсайдерскую информацию, что я с ним дерусь. Они меня спросили, мы пытаемся сделать ваш бой с Хукером, но пока ничего официального нет. Я сказал, я готов, просто скажите, когда. Если бы у меня, конечно, был бы выбор там. Выбрать из 3 соперников, там, я бы его точно не выбирал. Лучше с Гейджи подраться, чем с ним.
Гейджи, Пимблет, я так понимаю, да, вот что-то.
Гейджи, Пимблет, да, вот с ними было бы даже интереснее, чем с Хукером.
Merab Dvalishvili's coach says Merab can be this generation's GSP. Merab Dvalishvili's coach believes the bantamweight champion has the potential to reach legendary status. Speaking to Inside Fighting, he praised Merab's constant improvement and compared his ceiling to Georges St-Pierre.
He's got so much, as a dominant champion, he's got so much room to grow, and he's getting so much better every week, every camp, that it blows me away, where I'm like, man, I don't know what the limit is. I don't know where the ceiling, ends, because I think he can go on a run that breaks all the records, and I think that's what we're trying to focus on right now is like, hey, we're not talking about moving up, we're not talking about super fights, just stay focused on beating the next guy and maintaining your championship, status, and maintaining maybe into that GOAT status of overall, becoming the best. I think he can be this generation's GSP, if we keep evolving. Now, that's going to be a soundbite. People are going to say, Coach Wood says Rob's the new GSP. And I get it. That's okay. Yeah. But, they're different fighters. I'm just saying that he can have that kind of run. He can have that kind of dominance. The Anderson Silvas, the GSPs, I believe we're in line for that.
Khabib tells his coach that he's better than him at lacing up gloves.
Here, I'm better than you. You know this.
Yeah, well, I hope so.
You know this.
The whole idea is to make him better everywhere, not just
Coach,
here.
Coach, you have to realize. You teach me this, now I'm better than you.
Okay, is he better?
Of course he's gonna say you.
Everybody say, look, hey, over here. What? Say, what do you say?
Number one, coach.
Number one. Backfired.
Dana White speaks with Hecher Sosa, who lost his father to cancer just 2 days ago.
Yeah, thank you. Where's our translator at? I want to tell you. So, you know, life can be very mean and bad to a lot of people. Life has been very, very, very wrong to him. To overcome mentally and emotionally what he's overcome to be here tonight and to win, man. I'm really happy for him, and I wish you all the best in the UFC.
La vida puede ser mucho dura y mucho jodida para mucha gente. La vida ha sido muy dura para pasar por eso, pasar por ese reto, hacer lo que hiciste acá, siendo por estoy muy orgulloso. O sea, bienvenido a la oficina.
Thank you, sir. Yeah. Where's Lene? Lene was going to give me some.
All right, Cody, come on, check.
Dominick Cruz believes Ilia Topuria has no chance versus Terence Crawford in boxing. Dominick Cruz says he doesn't believe Ilia Topuria stands a chance against Terence Crawford in a boxing match. Cruz explained that the matchup would be too one-sided under traditional rules and suggested a different approach to make things fair.
Topuria versus Crawford in an MMA match would not go well for Crawford. Obviously, we know this. If we can grapple you in a boxing match, there is no boxing match, it's not grappling, and there's just not as many hours on the mat. However, we've heard that Crawford has some wrestling background and he can wrestle. If he could figure out how to stuff some takedowns and just keep the fight on the feet, we've got an MMA bout in the future of Crawford. Then we can talk about Topuria and Crawford, I think, because it wouldn't be fair, I don't believe, for Topuria to come to a ring in boxing and box Crawford in his art, because I don't think he has a chance as much as he says in boxing versus Crawford. But if you did one of each, and then what if you made both fights 4-ounce gloves? Because that could change the dynamic of the boxing with 4-ounce gloves and give Topuria maybe a little bit more of a chance if it was a straight boxing match. Now we're talking something to make it interesting, and there's no reason we can't do it now. You got the Sheik making these fights. He can make whatever fights he wants to, and Dana will line it up. We're seeing that with the partnership with Netflix and the viewers. 40 million views, 108 million views with Jake Paul and Tyson. When you look back, these are the craziest views on earth, and this is all happening. So there's no reason we can't make it happen. But the talk about Crawford and Topuria is interesting. It's fun, but I like it with 4-ounce gloves, and I like one fight boxing and one fight MMA. That's how I want it.
Artem Lobov reacts to Conor McGregor dropping out of Irish presidential race. Artem Lobov says Conor McGregor made the right decision to withdraw from the Irish presidential race, admitting he doesn't believe Conor is in the right mindset to run right now. Speaking to MMAfighting.com, Lobov explained that McGregor had long considered political ambitions. Before we continue, help us reach our goal of 100 subscribers here on MMA Explorers. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our daily MMA content. Running for president is something that we have spoken about all the way back in the past. One of the reasons for me to arrange a meeting with Russian President Vladimir Putin for Conor was because of those future aspirations. You want to establish some contacts in the political world, and obviously Vladimir Putin is one of the main figures in politics worldwide. We always spoke about that. This time around, I support the decision to withdraw because I don't think Conor is in the right space right now. Not in the right mindset to run for president. He has to get his ducks in a row first. We saw he pulled out of a press conference. That's not Conor. I know Conor that showed up to fight for the interim belt with no legs. Both of his ligaments were torn in both knees. He was completely unable to walk and still showed up. That's the Conor I know. That's the Conor people believe would make a good president. I agree Conor for sure would make a great president and would address all the issues that need to be addressed in Ireland. But I don't think he's in the right frame of mind right now to run. There are a lot of things he needs to fix before he can take on such an important role. I see it as a good thing him dropping out. Let's wrap it up for the day. Thanks for watching.